Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Should the Pittsburgh Steelers trade for Isaiah Simmons? Isaiah Simmons, is an Arizona Cardinal. He's a positionless kind of player a little bit, very versatile. They play him in a lot of different spots. And the Cardinals didn't pick up his fifth-year option, maybe because the hype not really living up to the hype fully. But you can see the potential there, but maybe they don't want to wait and try to pull that out and stuff like that. Maybe they're going to try to give him a chance to prove it this year, maybe put some pressure on him to see if he emerged to have one of his best years. Last year was probably one of his best years out of the first three, but he's a guy who is very versatile. But I think the Steelers adding him to the team will be very good. We don't really need to add him to the team, but I think adding him to the team and bringing that potential out of him will probably bolster it up high. I've been seeing a lot of the rumors going around, people saying that, oh, Isaiah Simmons would be perfect for here like that, but I don't know exactly what it'll cost. It shouldn't cost no crazy amount because he's not like a superstar player, but he has potential to maybe be a superstar player someday if the right team, the right scheme can get with him and just go together and try to bring that potential out of him. I think maybe a fourth rounder, I think so. A fourth rounder might work because you might have to pay him if you bring him over like that, because if he plays good in the following year. So maybe a fourth rounder, maybe a third like that at most, but I don't think it should be nothing crazy like a second and first. Probably a fourth rounder in the middle, maybe fourth rounder and another player or something like that. But we'll see how things shape out. But the rumors are going around, maybe the Steelers should try to look to add him to the team. And I think if the Steelers did add him, he might not play linebacker. He might play something else, because I think he's better when he play positions like the safety. When he play safety and he play in the slot. If you watch some of his film, if you watch some of his you see him play a game like that, you see him playing better in the safety position, in the slot position like that, because he has a solid coverage grade over those positions, and he's pretty good at getting downhill and they blitzing him in too. Steelers, Blitzburgh, they'll find a way to get guys in. And a guy who is 6'4", who run a 4.38 and 230 pounds, you can find a way to blitz him in and get him to create some cause some havoc in the backfield for opposing teams. But I think Isaiah Simmons would be a good addition to the team, but most likely got to find a position that he fits very well. I don't know if he want to just play one position or he want to be versatile like that. I know the Cardinals had him at linebacker at full time, but you think eventually after they see him shining at the slot corner and see him in nickels shining and stuff, they're like, okay, let me put him at the and safety was shining as well. You think they try to move him around or something like that and play him at those positions? I think if the Steelers was to get him, they'll most likely play him in one position like that, and maybe occasionally move him around different spots to give him different looks, but let him master that one spot that he performs the best at, and you see him perform the best at, so it can become it can be like his kind of like second nature for him, and they'd be like, okay, we can put you in this spot to kind of mix it up a little bit on the defensive side. Like I mentioned before, my favorite coach, I'm biased a little bit, is Coach Mike Tomlin, but I do like the Andy Reids to the league, the Sean Paytons, Campbell from the Lions is a good coach as well. I like their passion they have and the confidence they instill in their players and the trust they instill in their players. Like Mike Tomlin last year when the Steelers was down, he was 2-7 or 2-6 or 2-7 around that range, and Mike Tomlin held them to the same standard through the entire season. He said, I'm not going to change because we're losing games. I'm going to change and lower your standards. I know what you guys are capable of, and that kind of gave the guys a boost of energy and a juice and a little spark, and lit them up, and they started playing good over the second course of the season, and they finished 7-2 over that span because they coach believed in them, coach trusted them, and held them to the same standard like that. So you're like, hey, why can I not go out there and win for this guy? This guy's still believing in me, so I'm not believing in myself that we can go out there and be capable of winning these games and making things happen. And that's right. I think that's going to carry over to next year as well. A guy like Andy Reid, you look at Andy Reid, he's still so much confidence and so much trust in Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes have a lot of free will to go out there and do a lot of different things. And if he mess up and make a mistake, which is rarely because he's Patrick Mahomes, but he make a mistake and the Reed still trusts him. He's like, hey, we've been here before. I told you the best player before. I told you the best quarterback. I traded up almost 15 spots to get you for a reason. I know that you are capable of doing these things, so I'm going to instill the trust into you. And like that, his first year starting, he instilled that trust into him, and he just kind of projected it on his career, and just started helping him play even better, like play more free. When you have a coach who's like on your side the entire time, that instills a lot. And I feel like a lot of coaches need to have that, accountability and have that just like that leadership mentality. Because like Cliff Clinsbury, who got fired from the Arizona Cardinals. Of course, he's a guy with the X's and O's. He know the numbers, he know the analytics and all the different plays and schemes, like a genius of the game. But sometimes you need more than that when you're a coach. You need to be able to have that leadership, be able to have that hold players accountable and hold yourself accountable too if you make a mistake, because that goes a long way as well. You'd be like, oh, I made a mistake, guys. I called the wrong play. I shouldn't have took out the game or something like that. And those little things right there might help the player confidence. Like, okay, he's able to. He's the head coach. He's able to own up to his mistakes on the field like that, and they kind of build a bigger trust and a bigger bond between the players and coach and stuff. But Cliff Clinsbury, I never felt that type of like leadership from him. I felt like he had some good schemes and stuff like that. He was able to call some great plays and do stuff like that. But the leadership, he never had that leadership and that drive that separates the great, the regular coaches from the great coaches throughout history and stuff. But I feel like if Isaiah Simmons came to the Pittsburgh Steelers with Mike Tomlin being here, Coach Tomlin, and being able to bring out the best in players and believing in them, and then with the Steelers being defensive-minded team as well, they probably find the right position, most likely safety, because we had Devontae KZ and Neal back there, but KZ can play different positions as well too. They put him in different spots as well on the field, put him in nickel a few times, also playing safety and just being all over the field in different spots. I feel like if Simmons came here, if they actually wanted to get him, I know just a rumor, maybe trade a third or fourth round pick. Was like I'd say maybe a fourth and a play. I don't know. The Cardinals need a quarterback maybe because Kyler Murray going to be out the entire season. Maybe you trade. I don't think they trade one of the quarterbacks we have, but you never know what could happen. But I think you go there, you get Isaiah Simmons, bring him to the system. You find what he can do the best, let him play that position, and then you start using him in different spots throughout the year. And like in certain situations, you want to put him out there in that position and like just let him like emerge and bring that potential out of him and stuff. I feel like Isaiah Simmons has that ability. I know on Madden, I know Madden just a game, but on Madden they be having Jamal Adams, Isaiah Simmons, Devin Bush. They had them play like superstars on Madden. They be flying all over the place. If you ever play like a Madden Kick the Franchise mode, like online when you do like the little online league, those guys right there be like some of the best players on the game. Like what? Maybe Madden is showing their true potential what they could be if they buy into the system or buy into the team. Maybe they're showing that. I don't know. It's just a game. It's just a simulation, so it's not real. But if Isaiah Simmons was to come to the Steelers, if we was to trade for him, I think it'd be nice, and I will be all for it. But that's all I got for this video today, guys. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.